It's Fuse! Literally, I remember being a DJ back at university and playing some of his records, and he was one of the OG viral hits with one of his tracks. But I want to break down Fuse ODG's new rollout for two different projects. It's been inspiring to watch. There's some incredible content to come out the back of it, so much to analyze, so much to unpack. And so let's actually look at some of his numbers first. All right, so Fuse ODG, 1 million monthly listeners. They're setting the bar really high. For someone who's been an artist around for a decade or more, it's incredible to see him still release at such a high level, right? The project we're going to analyze today is the Spirit of New Africa album. So how he breaks down this, quite a lot of streams here. So 350K, 118K, 167K, and so much more. We're going to get into some of this content. But then he's also put out another album immediately after that called 54 Countries, The Full Journey. And so let's look at some of the content. So Fuse ODG, 430,000 followers. This is going to be a masterclass in how to release content and create in different countries, different locations, different landmarks, different settings. And you'll see the synchronicity and the harmonization of the content styles in every location he goes to. And I could scroll for like 5 minutes and you'll still see promo for these projects. So just, again, I love this phrase that volume negates luck. So if you do enough reps, like you can take away the possibility that you're going to fail. Because statistically and probability wise, if you have enough attempts, one of them is going to pop, right? That's literally the law of averages. So let's look in the content, right? You'll see there's two main styles. There's one here when everyone's in their traditional African tribal clothing, and there's a whole crew, a whole community of people, a family of people with him dancing to the records. I love that first style. The second style is where he's holding a little sign of which country he's in or which country he's representing. These are the two styles you're going to see a lot throughout this breakdown. So key landmarks across London, really showing against colonization, against like the westernization of Africa, and they're like taking back their land and reclaiming it, right? So let me show you one of these examples.
I can never be afraid. I came with the energy of Shaka. You go things say you're crazy. I came as the child of my father. I give thanks and praise.
Right, I love this because again, there was that instrumental build up because it was, the first time you're seeing this, and he takes a little bit of shock and awe. But if you pay attention, the beat drops. And then after that, you get this beautiful sway that everyone is doing the exact same. And he gets into the lyrics. And I think the juxtaposition, again, of the African clothing with a British kind of landmark really works. And then there, he's pushing a show in London. Right? Then the second style you see is this sort of flag holdup.
We can go to Zimbabwe, see how the water fall into the Zambezi. Picnic in the safari, then drive through jacaranda trees. Snorkeling at Seychelles, crystal clear oceans, you can see those reefs. For the water's on your feet, say shallow water's got the cleanest beach. And when we touch down, I cry, you got day like rock, and I get some 2 hours sleep, cause everywhere lit like Christmas tree.
I love this bit of content again because it like unites people. And so he's asking, where are you from? I'm from Ghana. And we can straight away see the comments here where you're from, right? Zambia, Zimbabwe, Sudania, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and so on. Right? That's all the comments are showing where people are repping their ends. Right? And again, he's at the airport showing the international area, showing his area code. Right? But then let's see how many more of these he's going to do. Because it's not just a good idea once, it's repetition of a good idea.
I came with the spirit of Sandiata. I can never be afraid. I came with the energy of Shaka. You go things say you're crazy.
So imagine like anyone walking past this would have just stopped. They would have got out their phone, they would have taken a picture and filmed. It's earned PR. It literally creates buzz by people seeing you film and create your content. And so many of us feel ashamed, feel embarrassed to create in public. But this is doing the opposite. This is making being seen part of the promo. I think it's genius, right? And yeah, they've probably flown all these people who probably the band where everywhere they're performing, they're making content. They're not just sitting in hotel rooms and doing sound rehearsal. They're like out there making content, which I absolutely love. Everyone's got their traditional dress, is proud to represent their nation. And I think this is amazing content from Fuse. Idea number 2 again.
Camel riding from the Sahara to Marrakesh, watch the sunset bleed. Dance with the Maasai in Nairobi, swim with the dolphins in Mozambique. Hit Kampala, no Wahala, chop Ugali and feast.
Right? Really smart content. Takes a little bit of preparation to make these, to laminate them and have them ready. But easy bit of content, he just holds them up and drops them and they fall out of frame. So right now I'm going to keep scrolling and just see how far back he's doing these same ideas with the exact same. You've seen that outside the airport, he's done at least 10 different takes already, right? Then Oxford Circus, he's doing even more takes. And look, the views are 3,000 to 5,000, but this is the setup.
I give thanks and praise.
Right, so one cameraman, right, standing with either tripod or handheld, and then they're just in front of landmarks. Really simple but effective. Fuse busking. And I love the way he's like claiming landmarks that were traditionally British. He's reclaiming them as like African owned, African empowered. Like, it's a brilliant rollout campaign. And so again, I'm gonna keep scrolling. Like, this is iconic.
I came with the spirit of Santiago. I can never be afraid. I came with the energy of Santoa. Nigga things to your crave.
Right, the color grading is immaculate. He's obviously using a nice camera, but still. Right, is Fuse busking in London? Is Fuse busking in London? He's found every time he uses that headline, it works. And that's part of a good rollout, is testing and learning to see what hits. And then when you've got it, doubling down on it over and over and over again. Right, you see these content ideas, 2 really simple ideas, the sign, right, and the community every single time. Right, he's standing for something. He's really like, raising money for African aid. He's showing like the heart of his nation, right? All 52 countries, I believe, he's doing the tribute album towards them. I want to understand it a bit better. So it's 52 countries, then he's put the initials of the country he's been to. And I don't know how either he's having the words from this.
Says you wanna go Africa. I said that's 54.
So probably that's what he's done, is that song that we've been hearing, he's done the same beat, but then mentioned different countries in the song. Genius. So everyone feels like they got called out. They were part of the music, which I think is brilliant. So a lot we can learn from this. Like, a lot we can show how 2 very simple ideas can be repeated enough times and created interestingly. And so I think what all of us were thinking was like, what if the views run low? What if, the likes stop coming? But he's shown that with enough repetition and consistency, it works. And so this is what I want for you guys, to find a content idea that works. And so I can help. I've got over 350 viral reels and TikToks inside my 0 to 10K plays content system. You can get it completely free from the link in the description below. Pop in your email address and it's a live link that you can bookmark forever. And I'm constantly adding to it with my team every few months. When I make case studies like this, when I see new reels every single day, we add them in, we add tags, we add commentary so you can search through the database. If you want to find content for rappers, content for producers, content for African artists, content for sad songs, you can use the search engine and find the ideas that are right for you. And very soon, I'm going to take on 10 new artists to coach inside my community, 100K Hitmakers. The doors are only open for a couple of days and then we close for 2 months. We coach those artists who are doing a release in November and December. Put out their records, get their results. Everyone is aiming for 100,000 plays on their Spotify and on YouTube with a combination of content plus ads. And so if you want to find out more, you can register your interest and sign up for the wait list. So like I said, as soon as those 10 spaces open, you can be one of the first to sign up.